Well, we have first spawning in. Oh, okay, no, I'm just kind of following Nick around at the moment. Spawning in the bottom. Ah, Nick, why are you doing this to me? Spawning in the top right. I've said it, Nick. Don't change it again. In the top right corner as the blue Protoss representing Fnatic. This dude is 3 games up, known as the Troll Toss because in real life he is like the coolest deadpan comedian ever. And will troll the crap out of everyone. He is a lovely guy, and he's currently in a very favorable position in this best of 9. It is Fnatic's NightEnD. And his opponent spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, getting a couple of doses of double brie so far in this best of 9. Will we see it continue a little bit? Whoopsie daisy, we totally didn't see that. Oh, good God. Don't worry about it. Yes, we were looking something else. We were looking... Yo, lovely rock formations over there. Exactly. Guys, representing iPlay, we have AcRo.
Yeah, he was making his probes dance for your viewing pleasure there. So definitely props to this guy. As we see NightEnD now dropping his first Stalker. And on the other side, we see AcRo dropping a second Gateway. And yeah, so 2 gateway opening for AcRo, whereas NightEnD is just playing with a single gateway and starting a second gateway a little bit later. But in Ascension, it's the same-ish build.
Yeah. What I do want to say right now is that, unfortunately, there's no other way to say this. I think AcRo's on tilt right now. He lost 3 games in a row and then asked for a 3-minute break. He obviously really wasn't happy with his play. But then to come back, we normally either see like really refreshed players coming back and trying to kick a lot of butt, or we see players that just start making basic mistakes. And I can't help but feel that that attempted like probe surround, I want to call it, was just, well, NightEnd's going to be feeling pretty confident after seeing that.
Yeah, he is. He's going to be feeling just good about that. We see a Stargate opening coming out of NightEnD. This guy really knows a lot of different strategies, playing different strategies each game long. And what is it going to be? An Oracle? An Oracle.
Yeah, so NightEnD is pulling every trick he knows out of the book here, and why not? I mean, in AcRo's position right now, tilted or not, it's a good strategy is probably to think of a build that you think is relatively safe and then go for it. And we actually see a Twilight Council and a robotics facility coming out here for him. So he wants to try and power that out as quickly as possible. And if he gets enough to defend against any potential early pressure coming out of NightEnD, then he's going to feel okay. But NightEnD, of course, in response can do something very aggressive with those oracles.
But only 2 gateways out of NightEnD, so I'm feeling the... Oh, there's a Robo.
Okay.
Okay. No idea where this is going. Blink play out of AcRo. That is, of course, pretty good versus Stargate play if you can manage to get it out before you know, the plays really get made with those oracles. But I think the Oracle is going to be able to do some damage before Blink gets anywhere near completion. As you can see on the production tab, it takes a long time now. Blink, it's been nerfed.
Yeah, no, that's right. I mean, we do have early in the beta, Blink builds were quite popular, I want to say, with Mothership cores out on the map, because you skip the robotics facility and don't have to get the Observer out, you just use the Mothership core. But these days we're seeing less and less of that.
Yeah, you're right. So the Blink play has been put back into line a little bit more, but I feel like it might be a little bit too long. I believe they increased it by 30 or 40 seconds. Yeah. And maybe an extra 20 would have been good, but I feel right now it takes so ridiculously long to get Blink. It's close to the research timing for Stim, I believe, and Stim is...
Yeah, exactly. Well, don't forget, of course, with Chrono Boost, that helps an awful lot as well. So it can still be a lot faster than Stim, provided you chrono the heck out of it. And in the meantime, we have a couple of Stalkers just chilling out at the Watchtower, hoping to snipe off any probes that come in. And interestingly, I just noticed, you know where the Oracle is floating around at the bottom of the map right now?
Yes.
Is that like a massive green gunk Oracle underneath it? Because that thing looks angry, man.
Yeah.
I never noticed that before.
It's like it's spewing things, but there's actually a bit of a...
Sewage?
Sewage system outlet.
That's actually kind of gross.
Yeah, it's pretty green and gross. The Oracle is just
hallucinated Phoenix going to try and see exactly what's going on in the main base and won't be able to do so because it does get completely denied. So this is cool because NightEnD hasn't actually seen the Twilight Council. He just sees that there's a Robo there, and maybe he's thinking, oh, an Immortal might be out or a couple of Stalkers behind. He hasn't actually done anything with the Oracle yet.
No, there's no defense in the main base of AcRo right now. The Oracle has to go in now. He has no Immortal out yet. This is going to be so difficult, but actually he goes for it. This is a very ballsy move. But of course, he does have the Photon Overcharge on that Nexus. The Mothership Core has been taken down already, and this is an insane amount of Stalkers. Really high Stalker count.
And here we go, the Oracle attempting to take apart as many workers as it possibly can. Number of workers killed 2, and it goes down. This is not that great for NightEnD as it currently stands, but he has his first Immortal out. There's still a lot of supply left over, though, and I think AcRo is waiting for the Photon Overcharge to finish before he moves into the Natural. Or, oh no, he's going straight into the main base, pardon me! And this could kill a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it could. That Immortal is going to have to be microed back in a second. Actually, no aggressive blink comes out, and this is turning out to be quite a good exchange here for NightEnD, lifting up another Stalker, and he's taking out so many. Now we have 2 Immortals out on the field. AcRo. He had a timing window. He had an opportunity, but I think he missed it.
Yeah, I think so as well, and he's not expanding, he's just continuously warping more Stalkers in. Blink Micro will buy him a lot of time with these Stalkers, but he's losing a couple. Blink Micro isn't actually that great at the moment, and he loses 3 or 4 before anything can actually get done, and as a result, he has to go home. He hasn't even started his expansion, Lillian, and this is looking pretty dire indeed. He needs the Mothership Core as well. I mean, imagine if he can blink up and down and then he time warps the Immortals because they're super slow. That would have been really useful, but it's actually at home.
Yeah, it is. The Mothership Core needs to be brought over at this point because he's all in. There's no way he can really transition out of this unless he kills the Nexus. He has to kill that Nexus to really have a good chance. Only 8 more energy is required for another Photon Overcharge, but it is not available just yet. And the Mothership dies before the Photon Overcharge becomes available. The Stalker's trying to focus down the Immortals, but not quite being able to.
Oh, needs to be careful with that Void Ray, and oh, NightEnD actually missed microing, and there we go. That offensive blink kills off 2 out of 3 Immortals instantaneously. That was a really good engagement there from AcRo. Picks apart the Void Ray, gets the Mothership Core, and gets 2 Immortals, but does he have enough to sustain the attack?
Doesn't really look like it. He has lost too many Stalkers. He's trying to blink back with Solo there. Finally, the Mothership Core with that time warp that you suggested, Eurostar, is going to be helping out a little bit, and actually...
He could have used that so much, like, a minute and a half ago. Because another Immortal's now out for NightEnD, and I think even with the time warp, oh, stop losing your Mothership Core! I mean, yeah, I don't think AcRo can do it now.
No, I don't think so. 2 Immortals being out, the pylon gets taken out, and that is any...
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. No more quick reinforcements for AcRo. He's down to 37 supply. He's gonna do one more round of Stalkers. After that, it's he's gonna have to leave the game.
Yeah, he had a really good idea of what he wanted to do, but he just didn't execute it well. And okay, there we go. Now imagine if the Mothership Core was still alive and the Immortals were time warped, so they had to stay on the bottom. This would be such a great position for him right now. But it's like he's lost everything in turn. He lost 4 to 6 Stalkers, then decided to bring the Mothership Core over and time warp the stuff when he didn't link up into the main base. And then after that, blinked into the main base after the Mothership Core had died. It's just, he's doing all the right things, but in completely the wrong order, is kind of how I feel right now.
You're right. Here's the last attempt by AcRo. He's trying to single out that one Immortal, does get another Immortal kill, but his Stalkers are now forfeit. They're absolutely dead, and so is AcRo. And NightEnD grabbing himself a 4-0 lead. Victory, NightEnD, Protoss Blue.